Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out Polygon's price chart, and I am actually now seeing in this area some great optimistic signs suggesting maybe I should think about some other scenarios. But before we get into all that, pay attention to what is happening in here. In the last 2 days, in a lot of other altcoins, we actually got some decent moves down, let's say like a 10 to even in some cases 20% moves. However, in Polygon, we have basically been chopping around. So to me, this suggests maybe a bit of a smart money at the moment is in Polygon, and as a result, downside might actually very well be limited. So this is good sign number one. An important bullish sign recently actually happened in this specific phase down right in here that is making me also quite a bit more bullish than before. Why? You see, if you want to say that maybe we have hit our final top around this area, for example, I don't know, let's say this is like a very important support, then okay, show me off of the highest side a 1 2 3 4 5 in order for me to be very much pessimistic and be bearish with a decent bit of confidence. Now, this specific structure is called an impulsive movement. Rules for it are we should not have overlapping of the waves between wave 2 and 4, and this is the key rule. Pay attention, in any kind of wave, our wave 3 should not be the smallest wave. And why is that important? Let's go in here, and maybe it's best to go on like 30-minute time frame. So let me ask you this point is the high side in Polygon, and are you able to find a 5 wave down off of it if you want to be bearish? The answer in my view is no. Why? Because your best shot at finding a 5 wave is if you say this is 1, this is 2, and then 3 4 5. But here's the thing, is wave 3 in here the smallest wave or not? If it is, then okay, this structure is absolutely not allowed. So let's measure it. Is this thing smaller than or supposedly wave 5? Absolutely. Is it also smaller than wave 1 by a decent margin, as you can see? Yes. So I'm going to argue in Polygon, there's a very high chance that in this whole phase, we are having not an impulsive structure, but most likely a correction. And since we are chopping around, this to me opens the door to having probably an A, B, C, D, E, which in terms of Elliott's waves, we call it a triangle. And in terms of the sub waves, you probably know what is going on in case that you are a regular viewer of the channel. We're going to have basically A, B, C in every single wave. There we go. And the reason for why I would like to talk to you about having a triangle in this video is because if I'm wrong, soon, very soon, actually, we are going to invalidate this count. So, you know, maybe we should be talking about it at the moment. So here is what's going on in my mind. I still believe that the end of our wave 3 in Polygon is right in here and not the highest side. And off of it, this can be an A, B, C zigzag, followed by that definitely a 3 wave movement up, let's say, sure, in form of an ABC. This, like we talked about it earlier, is not an impulse, so maybe it is going to be an ABC down, followed by, let's say, sure, probably an ABC to about this point. And if this scenario is happening, well, okay, we can say this is yet another ABC down, and on a higher degree, let's hope that these are the sub waves for, excuse me, let's just take this one, an A, B, C, D, E in form of a triangle structure, suggesting number one, downsides in Polygon are like extremely limited, and odds are if this thing is happening, we are not going to take this important low down here about 26.5 cents. And number two, from the current area, maybe like just even a bit lower, we can expect a very strong bounce back in order to start the next impulsive structure into our wave 5. So as you can see, in like very short term in Polygon, I am identifying some great bullish signs, and the most important one between all of them, like we said it earlier, is the fact that this isn't an impulse, it's probably some sort of a correction structure. And even if we are going to invalidate this triangular structure, okay, no problem at all, we're just going to go a bit lower, but the general pattern is going to still remain as corrective into our wave 4. And what's next? Probably, let's say, actually most likely another strong move up into wave 5. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Polygon. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.